In spite of the challenges, this year's budget has given renewed hope for the quest to have more Kenyans vaccinated against COVID-19. Now, the government will finally now be able to procure vaccines directly from the manufacturers after Treasury allocated some 6.5 billion shillings for the purchase of the much-needed doses. Now, the funds are expected to finance the second phase of vaccination, which is planned to run until June 2022. Targeting a total of 9.7 million Kenyans. Our very own Dorcas Wangira has the details.
The additional financing of 6.5 billion shillings takes total funding for vaccine purchases into double-digit figures, with a further 3.9 billion shillings set aside in the 2021-2022 budget, whose highlights will be tabled in Parliament Thursday. According to the National Deployment and Vaccination Plan, the vaccine introduction in the country has been planned to take place over the January 2021 to December 2023 period, straddling 3 Kenya government financial years, with the vaccines being sourced mainly from the COVAX facility and through other options such as the Africa CDC and bilateral agreements. This at the total cost of 34 billion Kenya shillings, shouldered by both Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, and Kenya's government.
As a continent, we must stop believing that there is anybody out there who is a good Samaritan, a biblical Samaritan, who is just about to come and help us. There's nothing like that.
Gavi's commitment is to provide 19.7 billion shillings to vaccinate 20% of the population, and Kenya to provide 14.3 billion to self-procure vaccines up to 11 million doses for 10% of the population. This is spread out as, for the year 2020-2021, 1.65 billion shillings, 3.75 billion for the 2021-2022 financial year, and 8.89 billion for the financial year 2022-2023. For the first phase of the vaccination, the government had budgeted 933.2 million shillings for phase 1 of the introduction, mostly for the procurement of vaccines and injections, trainings, planning, data management, monitoring and surveillance, as well as communication and advocacy. Kenya's second phase of vaccination is scheduled to begin in July 2021 to June 2022, targeting 9.7 million people and necessitating the purchase of more vaccines. So far, 1,030,445 vaccines have been administered, 979,955 being the first dose and 50,490 being the second dose. Less than 1% of Kenya's adult population has been fully vaccinated. 589 more people have tested positive for COVID-19 from a sample size of 4,995. The test positivity rate is 11.8%. 19 more deaths have been recorded, bringing the total fatalities to 3,345.
There is a method and pattern of the transmission of the SARS-CoV-2 virus across borders and boundaries within this country. The situation in Kisumu and 9 of its neighboring counties is of great concern.
Kisumu has recorded 100 new cases, Nairobi 91, Busia 60, Homa Bay 54 and Siaya 49. Vaccine financing may be the encasing ball of all vaccine interventions. However, Kenya will still have to contend with a high demand for vaccines amidst reduced supply and continuing global vaccine inequity. Dorcas Wangira, Citizen TV, Nairobi.